it wasn't that long ago in time where the thought of a black man as the president or a female as the president was like, what? Yeah. Do you know the year that the game changed?
2008, was it?
2008. I remember George W. Bush was the president. In 2000, I was an intern in Tallahassee at Florida State at the Capitol. This whole thing was going down in Tallahassee. I was like, holy shit, this politics is real. Bookend with 2008. All of a sudden, anybody at that point could have beat the Republican Party because George W. Bush was 9/11 and then 2 wars, Iraq and Afghanistan. It was a freaking mess. Then it culminated with the Great Recession. Enter John McCain. He wasn't beating anybody. But then it was these two people in an epic duel to see who was going to be the next president of the United States. And it was going to be a white woman named Hillary Clinton and a black man named Barack Obama. Now, one of the two was married to a man. That was the president
Allegedly.
of the United States of America. Not making jokes here. So Hillary Clinton was the favorite. We all know what happened. Obama became the president. It wasn't even close. The former first lady, Nat, help me out here. What does it say?
Former first lady came to the race as the front runner in the polls, but that's not how it ended.
Okay. So what we learned in 2008, forget about personality. Obviously, Obama is more likable and just more, I guess, real. I'm saying on the actual surface of demographics, America was more prepared to vote for a black man versus a white woman.
Yeah.
The proof's in the pudding. Cool. So a man beat a woman at the end of the day. Fast forward to 2016. There was a little election with Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. We know who won that election. Donald Trump. He's coming back for a third situation. So here's my question. Red or green? Is America officially now, 2024, ready for a female president? Yes or no?
No. Oh, God, no. Please.
No, no, yes, yes, no. Yes, no, yes, yes. Okay. Shay, you say no. You say America's not ready for a female president.
Oh,
Why not?
Jacob, burn that.
I love that shit. Shay, why is America not ready for a female president?
I mean, because like that position itself it was meant for a man. They made it to be for a man. So like, she ran twice and didn't get it. Why?
So
would
does that
it
mean
work
just
now?
females should stop running?
I mean, yeah, they should be at home being housewives.
Oh, that's my girl.
Straight up?
Yes. I tweeted
Just
this
like
yesterday, or I guess posted on X. I said, so, like, call me sexist, but I don't think women belong in the role of being a president. I don't think
Secret Service.
Or
No?
Secret
I
Service.
mean, we can
yeah.
help them out though, like like organizing and stuff like that. But like, I don't think they should be.
I love her.
Okay, hold on.
Oh my gosh, she's so old
For the
school.
ladies first, and then we'll do the gentlemen. Ladies, yes or no? Should women even be the presidents of any countries? Yes or no?
I don't think so.
Just the women.
Should.
Oh.
Just the women. Should
Brandon.
women be presidents?
It's not
Okay, so the only
It's not
okay, so
ideal.
yes and yes. Gentlemen, just the gentlemen. Should women run countries? We have one green.
You think I'm going to hit you? I won't
2
hit
reds.
you. You can answer honestly.
How about this, gentlemen? Should women be CEOs of Fortune 500 companies? Yes or no?
Maybe depending the company.
No.
Wait. Did you say
mean-
yes?
Oh, wait.
Hold on.
Country, not
Wait,
to
wait, wait.
The men.
Sitting
The
in the-
men.
Should women
The men.
be CEOs of Fortune 500
I know.
companies? The biggest companies in the world. Saying yes, he's saying no. So hold on. You're
Yes.
saying that they should
Yeah, I
run
know.
Yes.
the country, but
Not
not a
a
company?
business.
I'll get there.
Go ahead, Flavor.
All right, so as far as presidencies or even monarchies, we've seen it in play before. Sometimes having that maternal figure there relates very well to the people. We've seen Queen Elizabeth do it, and where they'll love her, and it's long live the
Very
queen, and you can create a fanaticism sort of around a woman when you put her in that position of power. A Fortune 500 company, I feel like, and this obviously is not to offend any woman here, but monthly there are cycles, so there's
I'm so
business
offended.
decisions that are going to be made.
What's the difference
And-
between
Do
that
you
and the
get your
president,
cycle?
though?
I had
Do you
an
know what it's
argument
like?
the other day because we're moving out of my house, and my girl wanted me to move a couch from one empty room to the other. And I told her, what's the logic behind it? She's like, I just want it done. And she was, she was PMSing, and I knew she was, and I'm like, damn.
So
you're
Imagine this in a Fortune 500.
Now I'm
This is-
offended
if I
for
go
you.
there-
hold on, let's stay here for a second. You're married?
I gotta, basically, yeah.
How many kids you got? You got kids?
I got 2 kids that are mine, and I got 2 stepkids.
Okay,
That's a
gotcha.
lot
So
of
you're
kids.
with your girl. You got basically 4 kids.
Mm-hmm.
Now, breaking news: are you saying that women from time to time can be emotional?
Yeah, surprise,
It's
surprise,
true.
right?
What?
Nobody knew.
I thought they were just completely logical, steadfast, stoic. I've never dealt with an emotional woman. Where'd you find this very unique figure?
The only one, right?
Yeah, it's the only one.
The only one.
Carla had something to say.
I forgot what it. Oh, men get emotional too, and they also get their periods.
Men get periods?
I mean, they're emotional.
Explain that.
They go through
What
spikes
kind
of
of
emotion.
in the name of Dylan
Tell us
Mulvaney,
more,
what are you
Carla.
talking about?
Okay, let me rephrase that.
What
At the end of the day, we're humans. We're all emotional, men or women, right? But there's also something called emotional intelligence. Whether you're a man or you're a woman, you got to check your emotions. Whether you're running the country or the business, you got to check your emotions. Period.
Well,
Period.
isn't it
Period.
fair to
Mic
say
drop.
that everyone has emotions?
But you got to check
It's
them.
just that certain people tend to be more emotional than others. And certain people tend to use logic more than others. I don't think it's a sex thing. I think it's kind of how you
Depending the person.
go through life type of
Right.
thing. But I would say that our friend Flavor here didn't find the lone emotional woman who wants to move a couch to a different room for no reason.
No reason.
Well, when you think about world power and negotiating between countries, and you have a woman in the room and a man in the room, the man is most likely going to get his way, and absolutely men are more logical. Same with Fortune 500 companies. When you have these companies that are controlling a massive amount of money and jobs in our country, you wouldn't want a woman to control any of that. And I don't think that bringing a woman in charge of America is actually going to intimidate any other nation. You really think that Kamala Harris can negotiate with Vladimir Putin? Absolutely not. She didn't even show up to Netanyahu's speech yesterday in Congress. So it's honestly an embarrassment, I think, more. And also women, we are inherently nurturers, absolutely. But if you are in one of those roles that is innately powerful and more logical, then you're neglecting your family and you're neglecting the things that you need to be nurturing in the home, which is not being on the government stage.
Well, Morgan, let me ask you a question. Respectfully,
That's fine.
you don't seem like a pushover at all. You seem pretty tough. You seem pretty ballsy. You work for Turning Point USA.
It's true.
Ballsy as sort of a metaphor, not.
Physical.
Not a Dylan
Maybe I'm
Mulvaney.
trans.
Like,
Just
you
kidding.
wanna- breaking news, yo. You're trying to compete in the marketplace. You're trying to get views. You're trying to do your thing. You're no slouch. So, how do you view yourself in the marketplace? Like, how do you like? I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna succeed. I'm gonna do well, but not too well because I'm a girl. So, how do you grapple with that?
I'm 24, I'm single, and I'm not married. I don't have kids. As soon as I am married, my number one priority under God will be my husband. And once I have kids, my number one priority under my husband will be my children. And so that's not to say that women can't work. It's not to say that women can't be in culture and in society and productive members of our culture and society in America, but it's where women's priorities lie. And if you are, as a woman or as a mother, not having your priorities focused on your husband and your family and raising future generations in America, then you are being selfish and only serving yourself.
How often do you find yourself in your masculine energy?
In my masculine energy,
Yeah.
But what
when
does
I'm
that
on
mean?
podcast debating people.
Okay. So what's
even
interesting,
that.
I did, before I started having these types of panels, I never even heard about, like, I'm never like, hey guys, I'm in my feminine right now. So just give me a little minute. So, but I see a lot of ladies do that. Like, yeah, I was in my masculine. So how do you turn it on and off as a person? Like, how do you grapple with that?
Circumstance.
I mean, I'm a feminine woman, and that's something that I think women need to embrace more, is embracing their natural femininity that we are innately given, and stop trying to compete with men. Because I think that's a really big problem that women have, and I think the feminist movement is to blame for that, is that too many women in our society and our culture are trying to compete with men. I don't want to compete with men. I just want to be a voice for other women and empower other women from personally a biblical perspective, and to embrace femininity, not feminism. So I don't really think it's necessarily embracing my masculine energy, but there's a sternness that I have when I'm speaking truth.
Okay, let me talk to Jorge and Annie. She doesn't want to compete with you, Jorge. Do you find that ladies are trying to compete with you, bro?
I mean, if you have a skill and a talent and it's making money,
Right.
go make money.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to have kids and stay home, have kids.
Right.
Plain and simple.
Or
That's it.
Or plain and
Annie,
simple.
go ahead.
I just had one thought on this because we're kind of talking about females and males in power, but what if, and this is just a question, what if it's a woman in power, but she has a team of males? Because, you know, if it's
Like
a
advisors.
Fortune 500 company or president, it's, yes, they're in power, but they're not the only one. Like they're getting, you know, opinions from other
But
people. They're getting.
at what point would the men feel a little emasculated that they have to answer to a woman? And how
Maybe,
can
but is that
woman-
their problem?
Right. That's a personal
This is just a
problem.
question.
How
But I'm
can
just
that
wondering
woman
if the
trust the
views
man?
change
Yeah.
on that.
It's actually a really good question she's asking. How about this? Let me ask you guys another question. How many women can succeed? Think of your number one boss babe, whatever. She most likely has a dude behind the scenes pulling the strings.
I agree.
Whether it's her husband, whether it's her manager.
Pulling the strings or
Do you
supporting?
think a woman
Not always.
can just operate on her own and get shit done just like a man, or no?
No, but that's
Supporting
the
or
thing,
having a
because you
say,
said
yeah.
pulling the
Audrina, go
string.
ahead.
Pulling the strings to me is like that puppeteer, right? Like they're the ones making the decisions. In my situation, well, first I'll ask you because you were talking about my masculine energy or my feminine energy.
Yeah,
In the times that we've interacted, you'd say I'm in my
masculine energy.
You think probably I'm, alpha in this whole thing. If you ask my husband, I'm like, help me. I'm little. You're strong. Help me. That is how I am. How you said it's like you said, situationally. I don't know. It's just that's what happens. So I'm here defending a point. I'm being passionate or what have you. Okay, I'm masculine, which I don't even like it calling it that. Whatever.
Yeah.
We're we have convictions and we're speaking about them.
Assertive.
But at home, I ask my husband for help with nearly everything, but it's not a pulling of the strings. It's support. So yes, we do need, I think you could have those alpha women that are like the CEOs and all that kind of stuff, but we've talked about that. Then they're like in their whatever 40s, 50s, and they're going, oh man, I missed out. So I'm able to do all the things I do because I have him. So it's not because he's pulling the strings, because he supports so much of what I do and he's able to pick up where I can.
Alejandro, pull up this clip while I pull this up. Before I play this clip real quick, you talk about, women, they get emotional. I literally don't know. You guys might not know. Just help me out here. After a certain age, women hit menopause, right? Mm-hmm. And they no longer have their period and no longer as emotional. Mm-hmm. What's the age that women typically hit menopause?
You tell us.
50, 55.
50,
55.
Yeah.
Okay, so Kamala
Pre-menopause.
Kamala's about to be 60. So she probably no longer gets her period.
But you're just saying
Does
after period, you don't get emotional?
I don't
You still
know.
have-
You still have your
Change,
cycle.
I guess.
Women
Yeah.
are still built. Women are built on a clock. Every single week of the month, you are dealing with literally a different personality and a different woman.
different set of hormones.
Yeah.
and-
So
You're saying Kamala.
You're really tripping Adam up
After-
right now.
after
You're like,
menopause,
wait.
she just becomes a
Each
man.
week there's a new lady.
hold on,
He
guys.
is stuck.
What is a woman? It's a lot of conversation. I don't even know what it is.
Boobs.
But here we had our friend Janelle have a conversation with us about. She's like, I don't want a woman leader. Period. Play this clip.
You said that women should not be in positions of extreme leadership.
Correct.
Why should women not be leaders?
First of all, it's not innately in their DNA to lead. Women can, if you put a woman as a leader in a high position of leading, she will fail every time. Why? Because she's too emotional. We have way more complex hormones than y'all, right? It's like that time of the month. You think about this. These women want to be presents and in these power positions, and your cycle's gonna come, and you're gonna make a decision that's great for our country. No fucking way. No, you're not. You're too emotional. Yeah.
Okay, red or green? Hold them up. Do you agree with her statement? Red or green?
In presidency?
Yeah.
Oh,
In-
yes.
in extreme-
I agree.
Can I go 50-50?
Extreme leadership.
Extreme leadership.
So Shay agrees. Laura agrees. Agree. Disagree. Agree. Disagree. All right, so we have two disagrees. Tell us why you disagree.
The main reason why I'm going to say I disagree is because I think a decision is not just made on the fly. I think it takes some time to come to a decision. You're talking to a lot of people on your team. Maybe you are past your cycle at that point after the 5 days or the week. And I just think that maybe the more that you think about something, if you're in a position of power, your mindset might change. Your emotions might change. I don't know. That's the first thing that comes to my mind
Okay.
when I think about that.
What comes to your mind?
I agree with her, and I know they keep talking about this whole emotional. I'm on my cycle, but it's like life goes on. Like, doesn't matter if women get their period or not. They still have, we gotta get shit done. Like, so I feel like this whole, like, oh, she's on her cycle. It's like, she's still, if she's a mother, she has to wake up, make breakfast. Like, it don't matter how she feels. So I feel like it's just very
I don't like it
outrageous.
as a cop-out answer for like,
Yeah.
oh, I can't, I'm on my period. Like, no.
Okay.
Right.
Well,
It's something that happens. And
There's
it
more
sucks,
to it. As a woman, you're playing different roles. As a man, you're playing one role. You know, you're a woman. You're playing mom. You're playing sister. You're playing daughter. You're playing. There's a lot of different roles you're playing as a woman. You know, as a man, you're playing dad. You're playing CEO. You're playing the owner. You're playing, the top person. Women, you're doing different things. How can you be mom and be in your feminine energy and then tell the country what we have to do if we're going to war? That's a really big difference.
There's some stats. There's stats to this though, real quick. So Jack Posobiec said the other day that they did a study about this, and there's actually under female leadership, there's been far more wars like over the last 1,000 years. So anytime there's like a queen, monarchy, whatever, it's been more likely to go that country goes to war. And I think that's because somebody who's like physically weak overreacts from a policy standpoint, and so like physical weakness leads to maybe mental weakness in the sense of like overreacting to situations when you're under pressure.
But even to be a queen, in order to be a queen, it has to be from the king.
This is why
if the king dies, you're the queen.
Yes, but that's the thing is like you have a king.
Kind of like right now with Kamala.
The queen has to be like picked, chosen.
Yeah.
So-
Good point. Because you know what I always say about queens? Yes, queen.
Oh
I
my
say it all the time.
Yes.
Okay, here's what I want to know from the ladies. Just the ladies. If you want
Brandon.
to identify as a lady, identify as a lady. I genuinely want to know. I'm curious. We're having this conversation. We're too emotional. The period. I want to know the worst day of like when you're like, dude, this one day out of nowhere, I got my period, I got emotional, killed 7 people. Like, how bad does it actually get? Because as a man, it's like, nah, I just go through my shit, do whatever, do my thing. So my boy pisses me off, I'm gonna have to say a word or two. I don't freak out over something like this. I genuinely want to know, from a woman's standpoint, how bad does it get? J-Lo.
I mean, it depends on the person, but I mean, it can get really bad because some people don't have no control. I mean, it goes spiraling out. Maybe the day before, they might be a whole nother person. Then the next day, they wake up like, oh, it was just my, so.
Okay.
It levels. It depends. It can get
Gotcha.
crazy, though.
Do you have like that one crazy friend you're like, girl, you need to go get checked?
Yes, I've seen it. Like, you got to chill.
All right. Okay. Annie, how bad does it get?
Oh God, I feel like some people get angry and some people just cry. But I think it builds up, and whatever builds up over time and what you're dealing with and how bad you feel, it goes either way.
Or you get both.
You
They
yell,
get
you
angry
cry.
and
It's one or the other.
Sometimes you get some angry crying. That's
Yeah.
It's
super
built up.
aggressive. Morgan, how bad does it get?
It gets bad. I mean, at the end of the day, I don't think that women should have access to nuclear codes when they're on that time of the month and have different
'Cause now you
changing
done
in
set it off.
hormones. And it's not a logical decision. And you're correct. Absolutely. Jack's correct. Women do not have what it takes to run a country because we think emotionally and think more politically, socially than we do economically and fiscally.
Yeah. Shay,
They set the
how
bomb
bad
and
does
then
it
the next
get?
day it's like, oh, sorry.
It don't get bad for me, but I've seen people crash out like snapping on people random, just and the whole time it's because of the month. Like, it's wild.
Just running up on people.
Yeah. Shay's just there like,
All right, Padrino, the lovely Padrino.
No.
How bad does it get down there?
No, I know.
I was just thinking this.
I
I meant like down there in
Sideways.
Cuba.
Oh my God.
down there,
like that.
down there in Cuba.
How
Well,
about-
I wasn't born there, so I don't know, but probably pretty bad actually. But no, I don't get like the yelling and all that. I just get sad, like she said. Well, not sad. But I know it's coming, so then I protect myself.
Okay.
From getting sad. So
Credit, Carla, surely somebody that deals with money, finances, credit.
Doesn't matter how I feel.
Okay.
I mean, that's why I
How
have
bad
such
does it get?
a big opinion about this. Like, yeah, I have my days, but I've been going through it for as long as I've had my period. So it's like by now I know how to manage it. If I have to make a choice or speak, like I know I'm like, wait, that day is not gonna work. I need to be on my shit. But it just really depends. I just
Okay.
feel like you got to know what you're working with your
Gotcha.
body.
Now, Nat, you've never been angry. You never cry. Nat, no, I mean,
Stop the cap.
how bad does it get?
it gets bad. I mean, I have.
Yeah, we know.
No, you know how to just trigger it. That's one thing. But no, it can get bad. It just depends. At the end of the day, you're as a woman, you're dealing with a lot of different things. Like I said, women right now, we have so many choices that it can be overwhelming. Do I want to be a CEO? Do I want to be a housewife? Do I want to be this? Do I want to be that? As a man, you know, you have it. Just get your shit done and be a man. Get a good job, run the house. Like, so as a woman, it can get bad because you start thinking about what's my path? Where am I going? I have to find a husband. Do I want that? So it can get bad. Depends on the day, depends on what's going on that week, but depends on the people who know what's happening too.
Good luck out there, Nat.
Yeah.
By the way, we brought in a special guest to help you, ladies. We call him the Woman Whisperer. The Woman Whisperer, what's your advice to these ladies to keep their life together and not kill somebody?
Drink some water.
Take a deep breath, meditate. I don't know. Wine.
I dare you
Lots
to
of
tell
wine.
a girl to take a deep breath on
I know.
her
She's
period.
pissed. This feels like what they call
Unfortunately, I don't
mansplaining.
discuss women's menstruational hypotheticals during that time. I disappear.
I have some advice, Adam.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
So ready? So anytime anybody here is having a difficult time, my one phrase I say to them is like, "Hey, you could be in Gaza. You're in America. This is first world problem. So chill out."
Oh, that's cute. I usually say drink some water, but I like
Yeah,
that.
it could be in Gaza.
Well,
Yep.
to all the Gays for Gaza crew, we are sponsoring a trip to Gaza. If you would like to go there, we are sponsoring that. So
Yes.
life is better over there. But thank you, ladies, for sharing what's going on.
Sharing and oversharing.
Interesting to know how you ladies feel about women running the world. So when Beyonce said, "Who run the world?" It's not girls.
For
She was
her,
just
for
hyping
her
up
it's Illuminati.
girls.
But
Interesting.
Yep.
True.
Good
I
to
think
know.
it was
Deep
just,
state.
you know, you know how it is.
Trying to lift up people.
We feel like we running it, but we really like, okay, babe. You know, it's that
We run a
energy.
man's world.
Right, we
The man's
pump him
world.
up. If we feel like we run the world, you know, it's just a little mind thing. Like, okay, let her feel like she
Feel
run the world.
important.
Let me get some of that energy.
J-Lo, you know what we call this?
Something
We
like
call
that.
this playing pretend.
Or being Delulu.
Yeah,
But I will
you
say
know,
there's a song.
guys do that. Y'all try
This
to
is
make
a
us feel
man's
like
world.
we really running
You
the
know
world.
that song that goes, "This is a man's world," but it would be nothing
Yeah.
without a woman or a girl.
Yeah.
Anyway, sing to him, Whisper.
That's it.
I'll see you in 5 days.
Are you coming to the vault? Oh, what's the vault? You know about the vault? The vault is the ultimate event for entrepreneurs to level up their game and learn from the best in the game. Last year, we had Tom Brady and Mike Tyson, and I said to our CEO, Patrick Bet-David, I said, how are we gonna top that? He said, how we're gonna top that? How about The Rock? So this year, Patrick Bet-David went out and got Dwayne The Rock Johnson. So he's gonna be there along with PBD, the Biz Doc, and me. Yeah, if you want to join us at the Vault Conference, check out thevaultconference.com. It's going down in West Palm Beach, September 4th through 7th. If you want to make more money, improve your business, and expand your network, you have to be at the Vault. We'll see you there. Oh, you like that? Well, if you want to see more of that, check out this clip right here. And if you want even more, check out this clip right here, only on the SOSCAST.